Well, we do most of our hiring directly out of college. So we have a series of schools that we work with, and that goes on through PhD programs, right? At the PhD level, we do fellowships, scholarships. We work with a number of university professors around the world in different labs. So we're doing a lot of that. So let me say for that 1,000 people, because I'm pretty sure we hire over 1,000 PhDs a year. So for that level, that's a very specialized group of people, right? But if you mean for our general hiring, we hire mostly out of an undergraduate school. We certainly get recommendations. We have a pretty robust interviewing process. One advantage we have is the Intel culture at this stage is pretty well known. We're an established company. One could argue big and too big, but well over 30, right? 30 billion and 82,000 employees, or a little more than that, really. So people kind of know a little bit, do you want to work here? But I answered this before in a different context. It's building a culture so you're working with people whose views you respect and whose ethics and morals and work ethic you respect. If you do that, and then you provide training, and then you provide opportunities for advancement and a meritocracy in how you deal with employees, and again, this transparentness of action, that'll take you a long way. I really try to understand how the person views their own decision-making capability. Because what I try to hire more than anything else, right, are people that can analyze and decide in an area that they already do not have the expertise. Because if they already had the expertise, there's such a high probability I wouldn't be assigned to the problem anyway. It's just for what I do at Intel and what I've kind of done for a long time at Intel. I usually work on a problem we haven't solved yet. And the result of that is I need a few people around me that are comfortable in their ability to analyze and not defensive if they're wrong, not pejorative about someone else if that other person is wrong, can laugh at themselves, but we can work on it together and we can end up with a position that we think we can move forward on. I look for people like that. It was described to me once by a really good VC who said, I don't want to hire the smartest person I interview. I want to hire someone I want to take a 2-week rafting trip with. And there are a lot of those aspects, if you think about it, in terms of teamwork, trust, ability that you're going to pull your side of the raft, as well as some quick decision making going down the river, not second guessing yourself too badly. I looked at that as really incredibly sage advice and try to follow it. With dignity and respect and as much knowledge as they have in advance of explaining what you're doing, why you're doing it, a chance for them to recover. We have a pretty good process at Intel that explains how people are doing. We have annual performance reviews. You can say, we think you're a great employee, but are you sure this is the right job for you, right? Sometimes you just have a misfit, right? Now, again, let me separate out those issues of ethics. If there's corruption, if there's ethics, that kind of moral behavior, that's just different. That's really not this topic. I'm talking about someone who's working their tail off, not able to produce at the level that we need or that we think is required for the job or to meet the customer demand. And those, it's a matter of document it to the employee, giving them every opportunity to change, making sure they realize why you're making the statements that you do, and then you just try to do it in the most ethical and respectful way possible.